What is up, dudes? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are taking a look at another McFarlane figure, but first, how do you like it? How do you like the new looking camera? I got a new phone. I am absolutely glad. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys something. This is what my old phone used to look like, so I'm going to show you the comparison between, kind of video recording style, I guess. Now, if you guys remember, I couldn't really do selfie mode because, my camera was broken. I'm going to show you just how broken. This was my old phone. This is absolutely, atrocious. It's disgusting. It's nice, isn't it? Look, you can see yourself in it. But as you can see, the actual camera part is exposed and just this entire shell. It doesn't look too bad on camera, but I assure you it's horrible. And I had this phone for maybe 2 years and it's been like that and slowly getting worse. But now, a brand new looking phone. The video looks absolutely awesome. And I'm really excited to see what the figures look like, in person. The sucky thing is you can see the amounts of cat hair that just flow off everything I just touch and stuff like that. So anyways, let's get right onto the video. Today we're taking a look at the McFarlane Toys Arkham City Edward Nigma. We're taking a look at this guy. Now, I've already gone and custom painted him, so he's pretty much decked out in his fully new attire, but original version didn't look too bad. I mean, it was very plain. It was nothing much. Like, all the little question marks you see were unpainted. The suit was just a normal green. There was no like little accents of purple. It was just a very plain figure, but honestly, it wasn't a bad figure. Like, this was the only kind of bright green figure that would fit into like a collection like this, because everyone else just has more of these darker colors. Edward Nigma really stands out to being kind of more green and looks a lot better. But I decided to take a step further and I custom painted this guy, so hopefully you guys do kind of enjoy the way it looks. We're going to be taking a look at this guy, and if you don't know who Edward Nigma is from the Arkham games, I mean, you clicked on this video for a reason. Yeah, in the Arkham games, he is just like the most annoying character. I'm not saying he's a bad character, he's just annoying like half the time. There are so many Riddler trophies you have to find, and I think with each installment of each Arkham game, I think they just upped it more and more. Arkham Asylum, like, you never saw him, but you always heard him and you had to collect all the Riddler trophies. And once you got it, you got like kind of like a secret cutscene. Not really a cutscene, it's just dialogue, really. But that's basically where that ends, Nothing too special with Arkham Asylum, but it was still really cool to figure out when like I was like 10 or something. I don't know how old I was. But I remember playing that first time. I got every Riddler trophy, and I heard that, and I was just like, I was happy. I was satisfied. I felt like I completely beat the game. Then Arkham City came out, and it took it to another level with actually letting us see the Riddler in one of his, probably the best form, in my opinion. I absolutely love this version, and I'm so happy that they went for this look than like maybe Night or Origins, because I think Origins is just very plain. It doesn't look anything interesting, while Night is cool, but I mean, it's nothing compared to like this look. This is the superior Riddler look, just in my opinion. I would love to know what you guys think, if you guys either liked Night or Origins. The Origins look better. I think they even upped the ante with like finding all the Riddler trophies in Night, because I think while the cars like stunts and races like that for the Riddler stuff is very annoying, but I love the concept that like Catwoman is there too, and you gotta kind of help her, and that's really gives you more motivation to collect all these trophies, other than the other ones where it had something in City where you had to find all of them and you rescue all the police officers. But I think it just worked out a lot better, especially fighting the Riddler at the end of Arkham Knight. But that's pretty much it. I don't really know too much about Origins because I never actually collected all the Riddler trophies in Origins, but I don't know how that works or how that played out. But anyways, enough rambling. We're already 5 minutes into this. Let's take a look at Edward Nigma, aka the Riddler from Arkham City. I almost said Asylum. Let's get on into it. So taking a look at the character's packaging, it's really nothing special, but I just wanted to show this amazing looking art right here. It's an amazing look for him. It's so cool looking. Love the way it looks. It's very, very nice. I think this is a concept art that that is actually in the game that you can find if you find all the Riddler trophies. It says Riddler right there, McFarlane Toys. Got the big Riddler logo with Arkham City there. Of course, the packaging with what was supposed to be the figure and all of his little accessories and stuff. But that is pretty much the packaging. Just wanted to show off that little art. Now, of course, here's the Riddler in all of his glory. Of course, he's on his normal stand, which there's really nothing to look at there. Of course, he comes with the character card, which is basically the exact same thing as the packaging. Very nice looking. I really do like the way that looks. Of course, he's got some data file right here in the back, which you can take a little looks at that. You can pause the video if you want. I'll give you a minute. But that's pretty much that. The card is beautiful. I always love when they add either a concept art or in-game looks of the character. And this is the character all on his own. He looks absolutely sick. You did notice that I didn't really do an accessories portion, which is kind of a bummer. The only really accessory that he does come with is his cane, which I guess we can take a look at just right now. But the cane is a very interesting piece. It is custom painted. I think I need to do a little bit of a better job at it. But you can see that it's got a nice little question mark here. And it's just kind of, normal. I didn't really do too much, but I think I want to go back and do this top part again. And probably the other parts too. But I want to add something more to this, this cane. Because you can see that it is a very flexible rubber. And like the Shao Kahn figure that I reviewed, this thing could easily, if you kind of had him holding it, it could easily just slowly start bending over time, which is basically how it is. If you leave it for a long time, it will just slowly start to bend down, and it kind of sucks. But I would love to add kind of like a real metal rod instead of this kind of, really rubbery piece. But yeah, that's basically the cane. It's not a bad cane. I love the way it's sculpted at the top. I just don't really care for this part. That's kind of the only little nitpick I have with the actual figure itself. But the figure is actually really cool. So taking a look at the newer paint job, you can see that I have painted this figure to the fullest. I wanted to give him a very dirty and disgusting look, almost like he really wanted to dress up, but, he had to plant Riddler trophies and, do all that stuff. So, yeah, it got a little dirty. I tried to add some, dirt on the knees, also on the elbows, too. Something that I don't particularly like about the original paint job, like I said, the bright colors of this figure was, decent. It wasn't too bad. Something I didn't like, though, was the hands. The hands I actually had to paint. The entire hand was completely purple. So I had to go back and paint these little fingers, which was super easy. I do need to go back and do these again. Why are you always crying in a video? Every time I do a video, he's always just whining and whining. Anyways, like I was saying, the fingers I had to completely paint. I didn't do underneath, so you can kind of see that it is still purple. But, I did kind of have some mishaps here and there. But it's not bad. I painted every single one of these stupid little question marks, which I honestly didn't think it would take that long. But it took forever. It took ages to paint these stupid little question marks. And, yeah, that wasn't fun. I also had to paint these little question marks at the palm, or kind of the back of the hand too, which was fun. But you can see there's some question marks that I didn't do too great a job on, like this one right here. But you can see the more quality ones that I did compared to like the sloppier ones. But not bad. I had to do this big one too. I want to go back and I want to kind of fix up the lines here around the question mark, but I never kind of got around to that because I had other figures that I needed to paint that day. So I never really got around to doing that again. I also painted the kind of glasses purple because they are kind of a tinted purple in the game. I don't know if I'm just seeing things wrong. especially in the concept art. The concept art doesn't show that at all. It's just a clear plastic, but in the in-game model, it's kind of a purple like tint to it, you know what I mean? But I tried to do that. The sculpting is really, really great. I love the sculpting. I'm sure a lot of people complain about the side eye. I think it works for Nigma. I think this kind of smug grin, the raised eyebrows, and the kind of like look of the eye is definitely Riddler. I can easily, I think that it works so well. Unlike Robert Pattinson's Batman, I think that just looks so goofy, but I think it works really well for this figure. And I'm glad that it's not like full on kind of bleeding off the eyeballs, you know, like really hard looking to the right or left, you know, but you know, it's not bad. I really like the way that looks. It's super nice. And I think that just looks great on the Riddler. Sculpting on like the entire body is amazing. The paint job again was super plain, but sculpting wise, they usually just always nail it. I love the way the pants look, and you know, the boots as well. The boots are very nice. I didn't do the boots, but they're very nicely sculpted. I absolutely love this figure. As simple as it is, this figure is absolutely awesome to look at. I love the tie. I love the sculpted shirt. It all looks awesome. But yeah, this figure is absolutely awesome. I love the way he looks. He's super fun to kind of, you know, pose and stuff. Speaking of posing, I love his posability options. He can look up about that far. Yeah, it's pretty much that far. You look down that far. He's of course got some side to side and some swivel. Arms can move out about that far. Got a full rotation, swivel at the bicep, and a double bend at the elbow, which gives it a good amount of articulation there. He's got the swivel at the arm, of course the up and down as well. He has a swivel at the kind of chest part, and of course the swivel at the waist as well, so that's pretty nice. The crunch is actually really good. I love how deep he can crunch. He can also move back about that far. It's not too bad. He has a very decent looking spread. His arm leg can go out about that far and back about that far, but of course those ass cheeks, they're just, I don't know where I was going with that, but it gets in the way. But he has a double bend at the knee as well, some up and down at the foot, of course that toe pivot, and no kind of ankle, well, he does have the ankle movements, but you know, you can always fake a pivot, so it's not all that bad. I really like the way he poses. He's super fun to kind of get into some pretty cool poses and stuff. I love how the cane is. The only real nitpicks that I have with it is the cane is just an ugly rubber. I wish it was a more harder plastic, but I guess it kind of helps it for going into the arm, but I think it should have just been a harder plastic and stuff. But it's not bad. It's not a bad figure. He poses very nicely. He's definitely a standout in a collection, and I think this is a very good looking Riddler. It's so awesome. I think this might be the third Riddler McFarlane did, because of course they did like the animated, or not the animated, the TV show Adam West version. Then they did the Dark Knight, or not Dark Knight, the Batman Riddler, and this one. I don't know if they've done any other ones, but it'd be kind of cool to see some other versions, because there is some pretty decent looking Riddlers out there, and it'd be kind of cool to see some of the other ones, like the Arkham Origins. Well, not really, but maybe the Arkham Knights version would be pretty cool to have, but I think that this is just good enough. So let's get right onto the size comparisons and let's finish this up. So here he is next to the Arkham City Batman, which of course Batman is pretty tall. He's definitely taller than the Riddler, which makes so much sense. I'm glad they kind of had that difference, but Nigma is a very tall, lanky dude, so I would definitely say that this is a good size for both of them. Here she is next to, or here he is next to Catwoman, which I could definitely see why she's a little taller, because she has those heels on, but I think both of them look pretty good together. And here we have the Batman version of the Riddler. This is a pretty cool look. You can definitely see the drastic change between the Arkham City and the Batman versions of their Riddlers that they have. Both of them have the same name and have kind of the same, characteristics, but, they're both drastically different in their own ways. I love the way they both look. I absolutely love it. But yeah, both of them look absolutely awesome. I think we're going to wrap this video up and give you kind of like a final verdict. I think it's pretty obvious to say I love this version of the Riddler. He is such an awesome figure to have in your McFarlane collection. Even if this is kind of like your first Riddler, I think this design just works for any type of like Batman collection. But this is a great looking figure. He was so much fun to paint. He's so much fun to pose. This guy is definitely like really, really awesome. I love this figure. As simple as he is, I think that he's just, he's definitely going to be a great fit to anyone's like DC collection, and definitely a very awesome choice to have this version with your Arkham collection that you got. And I think this was a very wise choice to have him in this appearance than like maybe Knight. But yeah, I think this is a great look for him. It looks awesome. He's so much fun to paint. And yeah, if you are kind of on the fence on getting him and you kind of want like an opinion, I would say go for it. This figure is absolutely awesome. But that is going to be all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Hope you guys kind of like the new look. But I would thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, keep collecting and keep on slaying. I will see you guys in the next review.